was a crazy success since day one.
He looks like a fucking lesbian mama-san.
So we just
And also this brand.
with
This Baba Boba brand, like innovative boba. This brand. Like,
There's nothing new about it.
Tell me, all of you guys have already seen by now the Simu Liu clapping back on that boba drink.
Oh yeah.
dragon thing.
Oh, is that like a what's that? The shark?
It's
tank?
Shark Tank for Canada, yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's the show called? Dragons.
Oh, dragon.
That's the original name.
Well, there's a lot of different Dragons Den, Shark Tank. There's a lot of countries have different ones, but they're all the same company.
The OG one is in Japan. That's where it started, and then they licensed it out. But that one is fucking funny. Like you have to beg for it, dude. They make people like basically like it's so good.
Did you see the Simu Liu situation?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, everyone's caught up with that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because he was like, I don't like this fucking poppin' boba shit. And I was like, you know, usually I'd be like, dude, Simu, why are you making it so serious? But then in this case, I was like, yeah, these guys were lazy. Like they were bad entrepreneurs. They were dumb.
Real quick, it's a French-Canadian duo that started this boba company where they literally called it boba, but with an extra B, so it looks like Baba.
It was some dude.
Like
it was so
which
janky.
seems like an easy, like like a very obvious exploit attempt.
Yeah,
but
no, it seemed like some swap meet shit, and Canada ran out of entrepreneurs and they just grabbed anybody off the street.
But they're making a lot of money already, though.
Are they? Really?
Yeah, they're hugely successful already. And did you see that the Manjit actually invested? She gave him $1 million, and then because of all the backlash, she
Really? No, I didn't watch the whole episode.
Yeah, she pulled out. Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole episode.
So just to recap.
Hello, Ryan. My name is Jessica.
And my name is Sebastian.
We are here today from Quebec City,
Quebec.
seeking $1 million in exchange of 18% of our business, Boba.
So they're already successful. They're already in stores.
How much? How much are they getting?
They want $1 million.
Has anyone else heard of bubble tea?
Yes, I've heard.
What is bubble tea?
Drinking bubble tea this morning.
I've never heard of this
Yes,
thing
I'm
before.
talking about bubble tea. That trendy sugary drink we are queued up for.
Sugary
and
drink.
we are never
She already knows
quite
it's
sure
trendy.
about its content.
Those days are over with boba.
So she's
Those days are over with Bob.
You lost me by the way they look.
They just said there's no longer an ethnical drink.
Ethnical?
Yeah.
What the fuck is ethnical?
Well, like there's
Is that a French word that they're trying to translate?
Yeah, they're just terrible.
There goes the French again, trying to take over shit that's not theirs.
And they're saying that people don't. They just made this thing up, saying that like when you get boba, you don't know what's in it.
It's tapioca. Are you fucking stupid?
Yeah, and they're like, those days are over. The days of being like,
so-
what am I drinking?
That's so fucking. I didn't see that part.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
There's a lot
It's
of
really
fucking.
bad.
It's pretty bad. Yeah.
It's really
Damn you Canadians!
When you get this drink, is this fucking. What is this ching chong thing? I don't know. Is what this ching chong thing?
It doesn't have to be ching chong anymore.
It's already trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist, and then acting like they're the reason for fixing it.
And everyone's like, "Are you fucking?"
And isn't there one of their pitches like they're trying to make boba healthy or some shit?
This beloved beverage into a convenient and healthier, ready-to-drink experience. Since day one, we're disturbing this $4 billion market with 3 simple ingredients:
The disruptor
high-quality
brand.
tea, fruit juice, and our famous bobbing boba. Last year, we just launched 2 crazy innovations,
This is
including the first
that's a funny. Oh my bad. That's a funny moment because I saw
ready-to-drink bubble tea.
Wong Fu Phil's putting he did like a reaction thing to it.
That's a white label product.
Yeah, and he actually showed photos of the white label product, and he just literally stuck their fucking brand sticker on the box, and it's like that's not innovative at all. You literally white label.
He's a lying sack of shit because he says they only have 3 ingredients, but that alone, the popping boba alone, has like fucking high, like it's like high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah,
it's all fucking colored.
And think about all the shelf, like the preservatives to keep the shelf life too, right?
But it's only 3 ingredients.
Sure.
Yeah, right, brother.
I don't even drink
The
boba.
world, but also our grab-and-go popping boba.
So,
Yeah,
Dragon,
yeah.
are you now ready to drink our product?
Yeah. Boba comes in various flavors like watermelon, dragon fruit, and peach. It retails for about
just the sheer
$3.99
audacity to
at major
call it
grocers in
boba is-
Canada, the
too
US,
funny.
and
With
Europe.
the extra B too.
Bobas though? Boba's popping.
Raspberry and lime. Not bad.
This is the popping boba. We sell it in convenience store to add to any drinks.
This is my first time having bubble tea.
You're missing out in life, man.
I've never seen it like in this. I've seen it.
People have tried to bottle it up. It's very difficult to maintain the flavor.
Did you like this?
I thought it was fine, but I, you know, I'm concerned about this idea of disrupting or disturbing bubble tea because it's something that's
Why?
very
There
near.
can be new takes on things.
Sure,
Nothing
but I'm
has-
looking
not
at
everything
I'm
has
looking
to
at
be
these two.
traditional.
Oh, let him
No,
talk.
There's also an issue of cultural appropriation.
Shit.
There's an issue of taking something that's very distinctly Asian in its identity and quote unquote making it better, which I have an issue with. But I want to hear the pitch before I formulate an opinion.
Well, you know.
That's one way to start.
Bitch, you know what you did.
Start a little heavy there.
A little heavy.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't have communicated it that way, but yeah.
Anymore. Not with the popping bobas. So we took the version, the Asian version.
faces
and
throughout
we
this
made
are
it
really
with
good.
the fruit, with juice.
The popping boba is new. I can't say I've had that. It definitely
The
is
popping
an
boba is
experience.
hold on. The popping boba is new.
Oh my god.
Well, I also, it's like know your audience, right? Like these people probably fucking eat French duck liver every day and drink espresso. They don't know anything else but that. I'm just gonna assume like they're Quebecese and they fucking eat baguette and they don't know anything else about the world.
They'll yell at you for looking ugly.
The popping boba is new.
That's crazy.
So crazy.
But the funny thing is like, isn't Vancouver like Chinatown?
Yeah.
Like I heard it's got like half of the place there's just Chinese people. So that tells me that these Canadians don't go outside of their circle.
I don't think it's Canadian. It's just they're just at a level of wealth that they don't see the same thing that most people do.
What's
they're
the
wealthy?
name of the
It's
lady
Dragon's
that
Den. They're
said-
the investors. They're the ones that they're the sharks basically.
What's the name of
Yeah.
the lady to the popping
Manjit.
bubbles? Manji?
Manjit, I think.
Manjit? You're a fucking idiot.
Thank you.
No, she's getting like
So dumb.
she's getting smoked.
Hey, can you get smoked some more? You're a fucking idiot. Like, don't be going on TV saying stuff like, if you don't know, listen to the Asian guy. That's the whole point of having a diverse group of people there. You know?
Loser.
Yeah, but she's writing them off because it probably
she's
sounds
super
like
writing them off.
she's like, oh, you stop being woke.
Manjit,
Yeah.
you're a fucking
Yeah.
idiot. Like, I'll say it again. Jesus.
Yeah, she's getting super like
That's her name?
I just think it's
she's the one that invested at the end of this episode and then now has pulled it back.
Double idiot.
Double idiot.
Ultimate
Do you
idiot.
manufacture this yourself?
No, so we have 3 partners, but they are exclusive partners. So they only make my bubble tea.
Where?
I just won't invest in a guy that dresses like that. Who the fuck has leopard print collars?
I was like looking at the data about bubble tea, and the popping boba was just rising everywhere in the world. So I was like, I need to come out with something. It was a crazy success since day one.
He looks like a
I'm really
fucking
curious what you're saying,
lesbian
French.
mama-san.
So we just launched this company 2 years ago. The first real
Brothel
year,
owner?
we did $2.2 million.
And also, fuck this brand.
With
Fuck this Baba Boba brand. Like, innovative boba. Fuck this brand. Like,
There's nothing new about it.
It's stupid.
And like, is there a need for this type of like drink in the market? Like, as far as like, it's you buy it at the store, you pick.
They're making money, right? So like,
Yeah, they're making a lot of money.
but it's not a lot. If you think about how many the population is in Canada, they only made $1 million in a year.
2 million. 2.2 million.
That's not a lot of people, in my opinion, because it's CPG, right? So like consumer packaged goods. That's really like they're just getting their foot in the door, which is why it makes sense for a guy. Like the number sounds like a lot, $2 million.
It's probably gross sales too. It's not like their EBITDA and shit, you know?
Yeah, it's inflated numbers. People always inflate their numbers, but what I'm saying is like that's like entry level for like getting into this level of business, and then you need investors, right? It's not a lot of money.
Yeah, but still boycott this shit anyway.
But
It's already.
You think they're gonna do well though? I don't think.
But if they're only selling to people like them, and they like people buying, they're like, oh, what is this new shit, right? Like they don't have access to Asian products. It's only a matter of time when that group will graduate and actually find the real shit. So it's short-lived. So like it's just a bad business.
I look, I commend anybody for like doing business in general, regardless. It's like cultural appropriation is like it wouldn't be there if their demeanor and their presentation wasn't appropriating it. Like, we're doing something brand new, we're innovating.
Yeah.
We're doing this. If they were just like, hey, this is like one of our favorite drinks that we grew
It's
up
the statement. Yeah. It's the
you know?
mission statement.
And we just want to like get this more accessible and like get this out, and this is the branding that we put together. Then it'd be like, oh shit, well, I can't get mad that they might be doing it better than the mom and pop Asian who's not doing it in this style, in this age, or going on a TV show and risking everything. Like, you can't get mad at that as much. But when you're saying like, yeah, like, you know, I was looking at the data and, you know, this is a big, and we're going to make it better and healthier, and gone are the days it's no longer ethical. It's like,
But it's a white label product.
That's crazy.
But it's also just juice, right?
Now you're just making statements that are absolute bullshit.
How different is that from bubble tea? And I've never heard anyone call it bubble tea in forever, by the way.
I think that's also more of a Canada
Popping
thing.
boba's new.
Popping boba.
I think it's just lazy business.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
The more you hear him talk, the more unlikely.
Hey, shout out Simu. Thank you.
A profit of 300,000.
Yeah.
And this year, we just end the year in February. We did $4.6 million with a profit of $600,000.
Wow.
Okay.
We are on our way to do 7 million this year.
Wow.
And we expect
What?
to do 14 the next year.
That's impressive.
Thank you.
The numbers never lie.
Those are projections. What the? Are they actual business people? Like, what the
Challenge
fuck?
is try to figure out how we can do 25 million really fast, because we are the leader in the category right now.
So then, what is the $1 million for then?
So it's gonna be for listing fees in the US basically. Albertson are asking for $600,000 for
Right.
2,000 store.
Hey, big risk, big reward.
We just launched at Costco this year.
Holy smokes.
So you're building a brand, and this is, let's see if I can articulate this, but the name Boba, the industry is Boba, is it not? Is that a good thing being called Boba, or a bad thing?
Well, they added a B.
Damn.
So right now we're working with lawyer and everything, but at the end of the day, maybe we're gonna need to add a little word after the boba.
Clearly, you're doing very well. What respect is being paid to this very Asian drink that has blown up around the world?
She don't like that
Is it in
shit.
your teas? Is it in your product development? Who is on your staff? Who is on your cat table that is running that for
It's a
you?
good question because our best partner is in Taiwan actually. So they make all the recipe, all the boba. We work really hard. We travel to Taiwan. We speak with them. They are part of our team. It's really important for us. So that's the best part. That's the cultural part of our product.
I love the cuts, dude. The cuts are fire.
Popping boba like that. We have a deal with
You know the
Couche
editors
Star
are
in Quebec.
fucking
So we have
smart.
900 stores with that, and they
It's
bought
bad
like
already, but, you know.
300,000 of this to put in the slush, and it's a crazy success.
Oh yeah, that's such a good. Guys, I just like we see so many consumer packaged goods products. This is like mega.
I've never seen anything like it.
I'm sure we can sell it to Pepsi for $1 billion in like 5 years. We are convinced to that.
His pan back on Simu is fucking
I can
hilarious.
go first. I find the product
He's
a little
reading the
too sweet for
ingredients.
my own
It's
personal
kind of
preference, and for me to
hilarious
invest in
how
something,
dramatic it is,
I've
dude.
gotta love it and stand behind it, but at this stage, it's not for me, and I'm out.
I am studying your can, and I am looking for anything that tells me where boba came from. And where boba came from is Taiwan. You know, I started this venture company for a lot of reasons, but really primarily to uplift minority entrepreneurs. And not only do I feel like this is not happening here, but that I would be uplifting a business that is profiting off of something that feels so dear to my cultural heritage. I want to be a part of bringing boba to the masses, but not like this. So for that reason, I'm out.
Fair.
I thought that was really well said.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty. Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm the right partner for you, so for that reason, I'm gonna be out.
Canadians are so nice.
Never had boba before.
Of course.
I want to help you build the distribution out in the U.S. That does take money, for sure.
So she,
And it
just so you
takes
know,
a
she's been
team,
getting
and that's what you really
tons
need
of death
to build
threats
here.
right now.
Really?
I will offer
Who
you
is
$1
she?
million for 20% of the business.
I don't think she should get death. Or...
No, yeah, that's
I would
way
offer you
overboard. But
$1
like
million for
the
18%.
severe
I think your
hatred of
valuation
her right now is
incredibly
pretty
fair.
massive.
I have no issue with it. I believe I can
What about
help
this
you.
lady? She's not getting shit.
She didn't. I don't think she got.
In your business,
she offered.
You do not need
I think they took the other ladies
You're
off.
gonna need help marketing.
So long story short, they take Manjit's offer. Shit hits the fan on social media. You can't even look up Simu Liu without this thing popping up as like the main story behind him. And basically, he did a response saying like, "Yeah, guys, like, he's standing behind what he said. He's explaining it in more detail, but he's also like, relax. Don't make it something that's like."
Don't be so mad.
Yeah, when people get death threats, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, don't be crazy.
He de-escalated.
Yeah, it was actually really well done. But then
death threats for fucking bubble tea is pretty funny, dude. I wish someone loved Junbi so much that they would kill for it. So good, you murder people for it.
There's and then I wanted to see some other like it's a split opinion as much as it looks obvious to us that this is something like good that Simu is standing out for. There's a heavy I guess like conservative side that's hating on him super bad.
Conservative, like Republic, like that.
Yeah. That are like a right wing side that's basically like I watched the Matt Walsh video in his response, and that whole world hates everything he said, and they think they equate it to examples like, oh well, then I guess Vietnamese people can't have a pizza shop. Or I guess like
oh my god!
Yeah, but the point is that no Asian person is making a brand that fixes pizza called pizza. You know, it's like that's how close this exploitation is. It's not that some Canadians are making boba. Simu never specifically said he doesn't like someone not Asian making boba. It's not
He just said in this way.
Yeah, it's like that.
I'm pretty sure he'd be behind white people that did their due diligence.
Right.
But dude, like that mindset of like we're fixing boba, like that already alienates the whole.
And we call it baba.
Yeah,
you know what though?
You had a B on it.
I would give them a little grace because they're French, and I hate French people, and I know that they fucking.
That's giving them grace.
No, but like
French Canadian, they're very different.
Quebec.
It's already difficult to pitch, right? And I know that there's a language barrier.
Yeah.
But I do. What I don't like is I think it's lazy fucking business.
Yeah.
Like they didn't do their research.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, there might be a language barrier there where they're using the wrong words of like, they're using buzzwords. We're gonna disrupt the industry. We're gonna do this. Some of those things I'm like, yeah, it's people just say cliche shit.
Yeah.
In a pitch. So that part I'm like, all right, maybe they probably misused some words. I'll give them that. But as a business, I think it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I think it's like a grab cash and go kind of business, which is like some people do that.
Which is like you're valid if that's your attempt.
Yeah, but I think the branding's ugly. I think it looks like shit.
It's
I
a
think
raccoon
it's a shit
with
product.
sunglasses.
Yeah, and it's like if it's only like I said, it's only a matter of time till your customers get exposed to a superior, better product when they get into. You're a gateway drug. You're gonna give them one dose. They might like what boba is. They're gonna go and find other products. And they're gonna ditch your shit and realize it was garbage.
What if it happens the opposite, where like the California roll becomes sushi?
God damn it.
Hey, but if there's, that's the thing is like if there's a market for it, there's
orange chicken becomes Chinese.
Well, that's
I don't care about all the
That's different because every sushi restaurant can make it California.
Yeah, right.
That's different. If these people trademark boba, for example, like
that's the part that's crazy to me.
There's a pho thing that's happening right now too.
Yeah.
We're same thing.
It's like in the UK, right? Or something?
Some UK restaurant owner they love pho, so they opened it and then they trademarked pho.
Wow.
So all the other restaurants like Pho 99 or Pho 32, they can't have that.
Wow.
And it's like that's wild.
That's super wild. Yeah. That's closer to what I feel like.
That shouldn't have passed.
Yeah, how did that pass?
Hey, the ultimate
because it's like people like Manji are sitting on the board.
Whoever's in the seat, whoever's in the board just goes, sure.
This is a good opportunity for Simu to drop his own boba line, dude.
So what happens?
Like honestly, like if anyone knows what the fuck to do, it'd probably be him.
He's like, and this is how you do it.
You know what I mean?
We're late, like 8 days to the story, but like the crazy thing is that he ended up, I think, finding a different boba company to invest.
In on Shark Tank or just?
Nah, just separately, I think.
Well, we'll see. They have to compete and see who wins.
I mean, he's friends with like boba guys and all those people too, and Boba Mofo. So
if these people, regardless if they didn't see the show, if they get into like U.S. Albertsons, 2,000 stores, they're in Costco and stuff, like those people who purchase the consumer packaged goods there, they might not be like, "Ooh, I like this. Let me go to Yelp, like, you know, Sunbright Tea," or, you know, they're not gonna look up.
Yeah.
There's like, this is where I get my stuff.
Yeah, it's the convenience of just getting that.
Yeah,
and
I agree with that too.
10x market anyway.
And, you know, to me, sometimes I think it takes that group to introduce it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then so I'm conflicted on this topic because I know sometimes it takes the more, like let's say you're making a palatable product for your population. You're inspired by this group, right? So you kind of disrupt it and change it. But you're also now a gateway for that to be introduced to that.
But sometimes people never leave the gateway. Like, there's people that eat the shit out of Trader Ming's and they've never gone to dim sum. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like some people stay at Panda Express,
Yeah,
which is
exactly.
fine.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I think it's a bad business and it won't survive. So like,
I mean, now it's gonna have a problem. It's getting shat on like crazy. They also released an apology. That company.
Really?
Yeah. Since then, they've issued an apology for it. But then the conservative side is really upset that they apologized because again, they keep equating it to things like, well, then Simu can't wear loafers, which were invented by Norwegians, and can't he now?
But when did Simu say that white people can't do it?
He never said that.
So then now they just basically took that and assumed that it meant white people can't do it.
They're just translating what he said and like missing most of the point and like translating it into rage bait for political favor. You know, it's like they're equating it to saying things like, well, look at the Chinese and all the things that they take and manufacture from American inventions. It's like, this isn't that.
But as soon as you say cultural appropriation, that's like the buzzword that everybody like latches onto, and then they just use that as the argument for whatever.
And he didn't even specifically call it cultural appropriation. He said he was being careful of it. Yeah. Like he was trying to like.
Well, that's why he was questioning like.
But it's a dog whistle.
Part of it, their team was.
It's the publishers too. Then
a part of that culture to give them, you know, some leeway in that.
Whack.
I don't know, man. Isn't it funny how like the right be talking about how you should be able to talk about everything and then they don't understand the nuance of why something is misrepresented and it's horribly done.
Yeah.
Because it's like.
I don't see why they can't.
Taste.
Why they can't catch the difference between what this is and a normal.
And why can't you call out that there's bad taste and it's not even, it's lazy thinking. It wasn't researched. Yeah. So like, and then you have someone of that culture telling you, dude, you fucked up, and then you can't accept that.
Yeah.
Like that's what I don't understand.
Right. Even if these were like Asian Americans with the same exact pitch, it's still just as lazy.
It is lazy and stupid.
It's like what's his name when he tried to do the chili flake shit.
The chili. Oh yeah!
Like look how pissed everybody got, and that dude, he's closer to that. Yeah, he's closer to that product and that world, and people still didn't accept it. It's not about them being not Asian.
No, but I do think it's the idiots that also take the cultural appropriation
overboard.
Like like that kid that was like, my fucking culture's not your prom dress. He's not even Chinese. He's just some Filipino boy, right? And he said racist shit himself, but he doesn't even understand. It's both sides not understanding what that is, right?
Right.
Because like some people actually take it as white colonists stop fucking profiting off of our shit.
Yeah.
But I think that there's nuanced thinking, like Ivan Ramen, Jewish guy, went to Japan, celebrated by Japanese people because of his ramen restaurant won awards. It was really good. He opens up in New York, and I asked this audience at fucking Stanford or in NorCal. I was like, okay, look, I'm Japanese, right? If I fucking open up a ramen shop right next to him and I serve top ramen, am I more authentic because I'm Japanese? But I didn't fucking study.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm being a lazy businessman. I just did it. But this guy, he spent decades, studied under the right people. He won awards in Japan, embraced by Japanese people, came back, wanted to share that same love for ramen in America. Who's actually the right one? I actually think it's Ivan Ramen, not me. I feel like I'm the con because I'm using like, my presentation as a Japanese person, but I did lazy thinking. I'm just trying to make a quick buck.
Well, that's food throughout the world. Everybody knows that different ethnicities are responsible for changing foods and making them better, greater, but they're not replacing the name and slightly changing it so that when you say it, now your connotation goes with their brand and not the thing that made the trend possible. That's crazy.
Also crazy because they're calling it boba, but it's phonetically read as baba.
Baba. And then the way he just like Deadpan. They added a B.
He nailed
just added a
Even
B.
like, I like that you're looking at it from more of like a sales perspective too, and how like weak it is. But then when you look at Manjeet's reaction, it's so disappointing that she's just like, oh yeah, oh great.
Because it would have, like what Joe was saying, like if they came to the pitch like, we love boba so much, we're so passionate about it, we want to share with the world in a greater audience and bigger marketplace.
Yeah, and we partnered with Taiwan specifically, where boba came from. And
hey, let's invest. Like I'm sure Simu would have been very different if they approached it that way. Yeah, they have examples all across the world with that.
I kind of like Manjeet now. She's kind of fire for the TV show.
She's a disruptor of the show.
She's a disruptor.